Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Zachary Dickinson here on another wonderful Sunday for the second weekly recap or report, whatever you want to call it. So, we have a couple different things, some goals, what happened, what I plan on doing in the next week, and all the videos that I plan on releasing over the next week. I will get the Wednesday one out this week. So, let's buckle in, let's strap in, let's get on into the weekly recap for the third week of July. So, the summer anime season is now roughly 3 weeks in, as it started right at the tail end of June and the beginning of July. So, technically, we are 3 weeks in. I started with about 10 different anime, and now I am down to 6. Why am I only down to 6? Because these are the 6 anime that I have grown accustomed and like the art style. The story is at least intriguing enough to continue watching. And they have done nothing that really pisses me off or makes me not want to watch it, which is like art style, clothing, and like how some people are dressed, or just other certain things. So we have 6 different anime that we're currently down to. That is Black Torch, the supernatural anime, which is one of the reasons why I'm so interested into it. We have Tomb Raider King, which is basically what if solo leveling was about relics, folklore, and tombs instead of dungeons and monsters, which is very which is a very interesting concept. We have the Frontier Lord begins with 0 subjects. We're slowly building up a kingdom, building up relationships and stuff like that. I was very curious how the kids would come into play, and that kind of just got revealed at the most recent episode, which just came out. We have I became a legend after my 10-year long last stand. It's seeming that now we're done with the beginning prelim of getting used to things, and we're now getting into what may be the first story arc of the anime slash manga, and how we develop further from there, and how the demons may not have been the true villains or the true bad guys of the universe, and they were just one of the early bosses, which is very interesting. We then have the incipient prince's furtive grab for the throne, as our Prince Arnold is trying to gather allies and resources and others around him for his brother. Now, when we left off the last episode, and I believe this one comes out on Mondays, when we left off the last episode, it left us as we were about to have the entire royal family in a large meeting. And so we'll be able to meet all the others wanting to grab the throne, and also the king, possibly even the queen as well. And so that's very, very interesting so far. And lastly, we have from overshadowed to overpowered, second reincarnation of a talentless mage. What was revealed in this last episode was really fun, really neat. Our main character, Eftal, who was named both Eftal in his first and second reincarnations, which is quite funny. He now has a slave girl, technically a slave. He's not really wanting her to be a slave, but technically she's a slave to him, only by the technical sense. And we also now see that his former apprentice Merlin may still be alive and really developed and grew her magic to a wide range and is very knowledgeable and powerful. And we are just about to get into the Magic Academy. I assume the next episode or so will do the Magic Academy entrance exam. And so I'm very much looking forward to see how that is different or similar to other anime that do Magic Academies. And so those are the 6 anime that I am still watching. I've tried many others of the season. It's just those are the ones that are sticking right now. If you want to recommend any others, just recommend them in the comments. I'll say if I've watched them or not, and I love to always interact with people in the comments. All right, so this next area is my goals or the things that I would like to complete this week. We have three things, and that's it, outside of just watching the seasonal anime and keeping up with those. Number one, watching Witch Hat Atelier, all 12 episodes of the critically acclaimed and what everyone loved to be one of the best anime from the spring season. Number two, God's Not Dead, the book, the evidence behind the movie that was widely successful. I have begun reading it. I plan to read chapter two after I finish filming and editing this video. And it has 10 chapters, so hopefully I can finish that. And that can be Saturday's video. Thirdly is Project Hail Mary, the other book I'm currently reading, and I'm currently about 26 pages in, and I have all the way to about 400 or so pages. If I am diligent in completing all my tasks for the week, I can complete this week, or I can pretty much complete this by the next weekly recap. If I do, then I'll have much to talk about for many Saturdays in a row, and that's the goal. So those are the three things I want to complete. The If I were to add a fourth thing, it would be to completely to finish watching the second season of Devil May Cry, which I'm watching that with my roommate. And we are through about 2 or 3 episodes in, and so it just kind of depends on our schedules if they line up or not. Also, I didn't mention the three of those shows that are new seasons or that I'm continuing from last anime season of Demons of the Shadow Realm, Slimy Sakai, and Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. Old Country Bumpkin was a wonderful new episode of this week. It was, I believe, around Monday or Tuesday, so it's a very early one, so I may forget about it a little bit. Demons of the Shadow Realm, we don't have a new dubbed episode, and we haven't had one in a few weeks, so I'm waiting on that. Slime Isekai, another good episode, but we're doing a lot of world building and a lot of slow and steady pacing, which can be fine, but I want a little bit more action in this. Season 3 of this show was early action and then nearly no action for about like 12 to 15 episodes, and so I kind of want things to ramp up a little bit. We only really got about 2 or 3 total episodes of action. There's been a lot of political intrigue and a lot of world building, so can we get a little bit of that action every couple of episodes? We last got it around episodes 10 and 11, and so this is episode 14. We recently got the black numbers and all of them. So we are probably almost done with the arc of governmental and expansion that we're currently on, and we're probably going to be expanding towards the next arc, and we're probably getting close to the next battle sequence for the next couple of episodes. That's what I'm anticipating, at least. So those are three I'm currently still watching, in addition to the 6 that premiered in the summer. Alright, so over this next week, I have another 4 videos planned before the next weekly recap, and which will be the final weekly recap towards the end of July. And so, tomorrow's video, we will continue our 2-part series of different groupings between DC and between the DC and Marvel Cinematic Universes. We did the DCU, and we pretty much expanded to what I anticipate will be all the groups or all possible groups by the end of chapter 1. And so I'm going to do MCU in the same way, just we're going to split it up into all the groups that have existed throughout each phase of the Infinity Saga, throughout each phase so far of the Multiverse Saga, what groups should be existing at the end of the Multiverse Saga, and lastly, what groups would be existing within a few years after the end of the Multiverse Saga, as we're still nearly 20 years into the MCU, and we don't have all the main core groups. And so I'll explain that in that video. It will be longer than the DCU one, because the DCU has only been around since late 2024, which is around when Creature Commandos came out. And so the MCU has been around since 2009, which went till 2019 with Infinity Saga, and is on the verge of coming to an end with the Multiverse Saga. Next up, this Wednesday's video, I have it all planned out. I just need to film it. I have every other piece of it planned out, which is the summer anime seasonal um, anime that I watched, which is about six, ironically, which I'll have nine because I believe all the continuing ones from the spring and the ones in the summer will all end simultaneously. So I'll have nine at the end of the summer one, which will not be there until October because October is when the fall one happens. And then Friday we'll be continuing with our second to last video of the Marvel Netflix deep dives of TV show and anime deep dives for every Friday night, which is Defenders this Friday. We did all the way from Luke Cage to Iron Fist to Jessica Jones to Punisher, and now Defenders. And then the following week, which will be the last day of July, will be Daredevil. And I've already done multiple videos on it, so it'll probably be a bit short. Then, this upcoming Saturday, I am planning to do a God's Not Dead book review. Either that, or pending that I read enough comics, I'll just do an overall review on like five or six individual issue of comics. But that is pretty much all I have for you. And so, after I finish this outro, I'll add a thumbnail or pseudo thumbnail of every video I'll have in this week, so you'll see them. But that's pretty much it. I've talked about everything I want to talk about. I've recapped it all, and I've listed all my goals. I've listed brief descriptions over each individual video that's coming up. Of course, the fifth video that's coming up within the next week will be the weekly recap 1 week from today. And I can't really say what's in that because that is next week. And I'm kind of relying on what happens this week to be what will be in that video. So I can't describe it all that much, unlike all the other videos that I have mapped out. So I thank you all for watching. If you have watched all the way to the end of this video, please like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Check. Sometimes you aren't, sometimes you are. We are at 21. Let's reach our next goal of 30 subscribers. The overall big goal is 500, but right now, let's get to 30. We're at 21. We need 9 more subscribers. Hit that notification bell to be notified about any future videos, and comment below about anything in regards to this video. I'll chat with you in the comments about anything regarding to this video or how your week has been. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye, and God bless you all.